Welcome to another episode of the Box Kick Rugby podcast in the UAE. Ron, how was Japan or Milan?
Actually, it was in LA this time. Very successful shoot, you know. It's actually pretty good. What about you, Sam? What you been up to?
Well, I started my off-season training for a week there in South Africa. This episode, and then also we started in the previous episode, we're gonna show some of our training for the off-season that you can be free to copy and paste.
Yeah, it's good because not all players are involved in this April's finals, the school finals and the club finals. So if you're already starting your off-season, then just try the exercises.
So Rosalind Park has come and gone. Ryan, what did you think?
I think it's really good to watch. I saw our age group on the 16s, the big three schools in the UAE, DC, Desk and Jess. They had some good rugby, I'll say that. But unfortunately, only Jess, well, not unfortunately, I mean, like, congratulations for Jess, was the only team that made it out to the playoffs. But still, it was some great rugby to watch, honestly.
Yeah, and then also the under-14 Jazz girls, they won the plate.
Really?
Yeah, but then also the under-16s played quite well. And then unfortunately for Desk, the under-18 girls made it to the playoffs but got knocked out by the Amazonians, which were the overall winners in the tournament.
I saw that, I did see that.
And the Amazonians, interesting enough, on our way back from South Africa, they came on the same flight as us.
Really?
And we have a video here to show you on how touring teams from South Africa get sent off.
Hang on, Sam, we missed out one more school. There was the under-13s, Emirates Falcons. They were fantastic, honestly. So the under-13s tournament, they only allowed them to play 5 games. And they took a team from the UAE and they absolutely demolished every team by like 30 and 40.
Yeah, but I think that was a Mr. Peter Killian pinnacle team there.
Yeah, I think it was as well. But apparently the last team didn't even pitch. They ended up destroying everyone. The last team just didn't even want to play.
So congratulations to the Emirates International Falcons team.
You were the most successful team out of the UAE at Rosalind Park this year. And Sam, we had a question last episode about nutrition during the off-season. Can you tell us a little bit about these?
These are the main supplements that I use. First of all, creatine. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have heard about creatine already. But if you don't know what it is, it basically just improves recovery, improves strength as well, just helps you give that edge in rugby and then also in your training. If you're able to recover faster, you're able to train more and get better. What I really like about this creatine is that it comes with flavoring, and what you need for creatine is extra carbohydrates for absorption.
Yeah.
So the flavor here helps get it absorbed into your muscles easier. And then also from the same brand, USM scientifically tests all these products.
Right.
You have mass gainer, so you've got carbs and protein in there and really helps you put on size and bulk up for rugby. And then I say the most important one, especially for the UAE, is vitamin D3 or vitamin D, which really helps energy levels here as it's really hot now and you don't really get out as much to get as much sun and vitamin D.
And it's really important to take it during the off-season, especially in the UAE. And for this week's Lessons of the Law, we have penalty tries, and we have an example for this week, the West Asia Premiership men's rugby, Exiles versus Doha.
And I just want to say the penalty try in that match, I think the refs called it brilliantly. It was a very easy call, it was a very good call from the refs, but I'm just curious to why it took so long to come to that decision.
Yeah, I was wondering that as well.
We'll give it to you in real time now.
In that same game, Sam, we saw the return of the big 26.
This big number 26 right here, he's had some pretty good carries tonight for the Exiles. Job safe for Group Foundation.
I think we've talked about him before.
On his
but
slow walking speeds towards the scrum.
Questionable tactics there. But no, seriously, for this game, he was by far the man of the match. His work rate was excellent. You know, just getting on top of the ball, running the hard lines and stuff like that. And his lineouts, his basics, everything was just really on point during that day. Well done, Marie Galant.
Obviously, we know him as Big 26, but he wasn't wearing that jersey during this game. I don't think they're going to give him that jersey back.
No. And for this week's training, we're going to share the long run that we do twice a week and our gym session that we do 3 times a week.
An important tip for the long runs is to try and find uphill climbs, which is quite difficult to do in the UAE, but that means you have to plan really well.
Yeah.
Plan your long runs well in advance. It took us quite some time to find the perfect off-season long run, which I try and do 3 times per week during May, June and July. I start with a long climb of 1.5 kilometers, followed by a downhill section of 500 meters, before doing climb 2 of 500 meters. From here, I run a steeper downhill, 750 meters, before starting climb 3 of 1 kilometer. Climb 3 is followed by a flat section of 500 meters before climb 4 starts. Climb 4 is also 500 meters. And from here, it's downhill all the way until the end of the 8-kilometer run. I use this section to push myself really hard. During the climbs, it's best practice to use shorter steps while trying to keep your cadence high. Best of luck for everyone preparing for the finals and returning to school. Just remember, if you're going to kick anything,
Just make it a box kick.
thank you.